The economy now is bad. I mean, as a painter decorator, I can see what's really going on. I speak to other painter decorators. We know what's really going on. This is what's happening. Painter decorators who are kind of new, who are starting out, who put their advertising out there, are getting a much lower return on their advertising, like half as much. And people are now expecting it to be getting warmer and work to come in, and it's coming in, but not nearly as much. The economy is bad. Speaking to customers, seeing what's happened. Speaking for London, a lot of the economy was the city, financial services. People working there, they haven't had a pay rise. And if they have, it hasn't kept up with cost of living. People haven't got the money they did. A year and a half ago, people were contacting painters and decorators like me and going, oh, I've got an indoor cinema. I want it to look amazing. Can you make my place look good? Then when interest rates started to go up about a year ago and it started to really hit people, it was like, oh, I need to sell my property. It's not economic to have it anymore. The mortgage has gone up. I need to sell it. London isn't the place to be anymore because it's just not where all the really rich people want to go. I want to sell it. Can you cover up this crack for me, but do it on the cheap? And now people still aren't doing the indoor cinemas. It's just really urgent maintenance stuff like I've had a flood and things like this. It's not the same. The big ticket money, the big ticket items, all that stuff, it just isn't happening. And I can sort of see and read everything I like about it, but I can see what's going on. And I can just see it. It's right in front of me. The response to advertising isn't the same. Now, some painter decorators are still doing nicely. It's the people who've sort of been in business for years. They've got their referral customers. They've got sort of a backlog of customers. But maybe even those painters and decorators will be raising their prices now because as they get more and more known and a bigger reputation, there's only so much work they can do. They've got to filter out customers somehow. They filter it out by reducing their travel time, the journey, how far they'll go, and that does matter, or by raising their prices. And they're not doing that so much. I mean, they're doing it if they're getting really, really well known, but not as much as they would. And the work that's coming in now is really just the maintenance work. It's like someone's got a home, they need the outside of their house done, and they've got wooden window frames, and you've got to sort that out. But even those customers are waiting longer before doing things. Things aren't good. And what basically happened is inflation started to rocket because of quantitative easing and printing money and all that stuff, and they raised interest rates to dampen down the economy. And it has dampened down the economy. The economy has dampened down. But inflation may be coming down, we don't know. But in the long run, businesses and people will just get used to higher interest rates. Maybe they'll come down, maybe they won't. And maybe it'll be okay. But generally speaking, the economy is not great. It is not boom time. It's not as bad in like the early 90s or credit crunch time when painters and decorators, loads of them, we were just sitting around on our bottoms. Work wasn't coming in. Everyone was terrified. But right now, people are worried about spending money. They know the government is probably going to change in the next election. They're not sure what's going on, what's happening. London is not booming. I mean, people may say it is and all the rest of it, but I know loads of people who've come here from abroad and they just say London isn't the place to be anymore. It was amazing and we're kind of going now. They haven't had pay rises, cost of living and all the rest of it. So things are hard. It's not terrible, and it's not really, really bad, but it's not great, and that's the situation. And what do you do as a painter decorator? Well, you get a reputation, you get people to know about you, and then you grow, you do better, and that way you have a good business, and you do have a backlog because so many people know about you. But if you're starting out now, it's tough, and it's different. Hope to see you soon. Hope to give you good advice on this channel. Please do comment, say your thoughts. You may have very different experiences to me. I'd love to know what you think. See you soon.